doesn't mean they're not suspicious. So yeah, I'm gonna
Hello there.
walk up. So you might recognize this. I'm going to extend my hand, extend my left arm, which is significantly bulkier than my right, and I'd be
Uh,
like,
can I do a
"Hey,
check
Ron,
of
want to
some
meet ya?"
type on that arm because I don't trust it?
Do your
The
computers
carpal-
check?
Yeah,
Wait, a computers?
computers check.
What this like
What?
more like science or perception?
It would be. I would take life science, engineering, or computers.
Oh, I would gladly do an engineering check here.
Nice. Have you only
and
rolled below a 6 this entire time?
Pretty
Leo?
much. I would like to
Sure.
remind you, I have plus 9s to my rolls.
You have only rolled below. Like,
here's the, yeah, here's the. Can you take control of my
yeah,
character? I'm not. I won't be at.
you're good.
I
You're rolling up. What are you
good.
rolling in return?
I'll be rolling a
Disguise?
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand to try to like.
You got a
nat
nat.
20.
You got a nat 20.
Uh,
You got a 30.
Go!
It's Brio's 5.
pain.
You just assume that their hand just grew like more crystals than the other hand. You're just kind of looking at it and like it doesn't look anything out of the ordinary. It just looks like maybe one spent like extra time in the growth juice, you know.
It looks a little. It looks like I lifted with one arm.
Yeah, they did. It's not they skipped leg day. It's that they
And-
skipped left arm day. Oh, he's
Is
Your audio's breaking up really bad, mate.
There goes to shake your hand.
Chuckles?
It should get better in a little while. Am I better?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, as his left arm is going to sort of distend and like open up, and her arm's gonna clasp around your entire. Her hand's gonna clasp around your entire arm.
Do I get a
And,
chance to
perform
not
a-
have my arm be eaten? Like
Make a strength check.
Can I do a reflex check?
Make a strength check. You were too slow to make a reflex save. Now it's a
Fair enough.
strength check.
Mm,
13.
What's this?
14.
Oh, one higher. Okay. Fair enough.
Go!
The +1, you want the exact same number, they just have a +1 that you don't have.
+1 to strength, huge.
Every +1 matters.
Okay.
Every
Well,
+1 matters.
What do they
Yeah,
learn
I'm
about
gonna-
me then?
Perform. This is gonna be like, just basic like genetics, like your race, your like
Stereotypes.
general facilities. Maybe like what like the planet of origin, stuff like that. Because you're on the planet that like your race is from, right?
Yeah, they did say they're from Vestera.
Yeah. So yeah, I would know that sort of, and then
So do you do like a
can
life science check against me to see what you learn? Or
yeah, can I
Um,
do a? Would it be what check would I do? Cause like would the assassination be like on the news or anything? Or would it be like super like hush hush?
I mean, you were learning about their biologics, not anything
yeah, you
related.
won't learn
You're learning
any
about their
knowledge that they
biologics.
have.
Okay.
You want
I'm
a
just
20
wondering
though.
if like, yeah, I'm just wondering if any like, if there'd be any like news that could kind of correlate to kobolds being like a high ranking kobold being assassinated, like correlate anything like that.
Not with what your bio scan would be. It is mostly about you could see like instant, like you kind of get a very brief instance of like a super high like heart rate and everything, like where maybe some of the like you can tell their body's been under stress, but you're unsure of what variety. But their body has been under extreme stress of late.
They currently have a high heart rate because their arm is classed in crystals. You can tell they're they're a mix of a blue-gray kobold, 20 years old, B negative blood type, 3 foot 1 feet tall.
And yeah, and yeah, Ash
You
is gonna like retract her hand and be like, thanks, thanks for your cooperation.
just like grasping my arm. No, you could have warned me about that before. Is there like any marks from you classing your arm around my arm or hand, or does it not leave marks? What you do?
It would leave like maybe like a little like injection mark, like
Mhm.
a little needle poke, but that would be it. Nothing like huge. And yeah, I'm just pat you on the head and be like, you seem pretty good.
Hmm. No, while you're trying to get information on me, can you at least tell me a little bit about yourself as I'm like cracking my like hand after you injected it?
As you would be like, scratch back her head and be like, I guess it's only fair.
I mean, you
Uh,
literally did inject your crystals directly into my bloodstream. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm Ryan. I worked as a biotech technician a couple of years ago. It's been a hot minute since I've actually been in the field, but
Can I tell
yeah.
at all if they're lying to me about any information?
Sense motive.
Sense motive. Okay.
Roll me that blunt.
Why are my rolls so shit?
Every time you want a 5, Rio. I don't know what you want me. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You want a 5.
I know my rolls have been bad. I have good bonuses, just bad rolls.
Bad rolls. Get owned.
Trust you, fart. Trust you enough.
That's enough. Yeah, and she's a volunteer. Like, yeah, no, I've been here and there in the military, so I can handle myself in a fight.
And what's with the child that was in your backpack?
Good. Oh yeah, that's Otama. That's my daughter. She's
Oh,
quite spunky lass.
yeah. Surprised to be taking her on a mission where there might be violence
Well,
and other.
you know how it is. You see any childcare around here? 'Cause
I couldn't get a babysitter in time.
I guess sure. I thought there'd be Empire.
Really expect there to be.
I mean, there might be Empire sponsored childcare, but seeing as there's another child in here looking at the
well,
yin.
you know, got to teach a lass to take care of herself. You know, we're better to learn than on the job, right?
I guess fair enough.
Tell me, yeah, how'd you get into this situation?
Before you do that, I just want to check in on Glasshowl and Otama as you guys are talking.
We're having a
Okay.
discussion.
I'm
The
just
kids'
going up to
corner.
Glass. Yeah, the kids' corner. I'm just kind of
Yeah,
like
the
I kind of like wander up to Glass, and I'm like, hi, I'm Otama.
Oh, uh, Glass Howl. Uh, Glass Howl also like offers a paw as like they are laughing under their breath, nervously.
I think I'm laughing at them. I was like,
They've been laughing this entire fucking
Short.
time.
He Otama reaches out and takes your hand and shakes it probably a little more violently than you want. And she goes, "Cool. We're best friends now.
Oh, okay,
Do you wanna play with some toys that I have?"
sure.
And she starts like pulling out like some like equivalent to Legos and like some other like coloring books and shit that Ash has given, where they're like super corporate coloring books that she's like drawn in and like some crayons and stuff like that.
yeah, the coloring book is full of like alien like races and stuff and like different biotech implants. It's almost like a blueprint sheet that you just printed out in black and white. And it was like, this is a coloring book.
Yeah, pretty much. And she's like, yeah, so do you, or you just happen to be here needing work or something, or
Sort of. Uh, they kind of just took me in and put me on this job. So I guess. Um. Also, how old are you anyway? You're like really young.
yeah, I don't actually know.
I oh
I think
that
I'm 12, 13. Kind of just like a side eye look.
seems believable enough.
I, I'm not
It's like
I'm not very old. Yeah.
I mean, you're still younger than me, and everyone else here is definitely much older than me. I'm not an adult yet. I'm only 17, but
Ash
just
is the
turned
only
17.
character above 5 foot.
There's only two characters above the age of 18 in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I made Route 20.
You made
Oh,
Route 20.
I did.
You didn't want to be the third
You're
child.
20 in mentality. That's what you are.
actually 2 years old, 20 year age chip in their head though.
20-year-old chip in their head.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All of the corporate training was virtual.
Yeah.
No, there's two humans.
I'm making everyone smaller.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been with Ash for a couple of years now, I think. So I'm not, been we've been Rhyme and I have been I guess
What?
only a couple of months now. We've only been out in space for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sort of the same. They kind of just found me, and I was in space when they took me there, and then now I'm in space again.
Yeah, we've been taking a bunch of trips recently to a bunch of different planets. I haven't been back home in a minute.
Yeah.
And what is Root doing exactly at the head of the ship with the others?
Root is just monitoring the systems of the ship at the moment while everybody's talking. Not really like proactively steering or anything, but just keeping an eye on things. But Root will step away from the helm here, and
What's your name?
Hey, my name it's Walking.
Walking?
Yeah, I'm Walking the Goblin.
You're walking the goblin. Okay, walking. You take the helm, and I'm gonna take a stroll and monitor the ship.
You just see like a panel that just says everything is fine. Do not panic. But like has a little panel that's just like right there on the ship. It's just a panel that says everything is fine.
oh great. Oh wait.
Oh,
You
great! The
realize
everything is fine panel is working.
it's not even a panel that's lit up. It's just a stagnant picture that looks like a panel.
I did that on purpose.
It's like, yeah, as long as
All
that
right.
says everything is fine, everything's fine.
Has everyone found everything all right? There's a fully equipped kitchen over here. I personally installed the stove piece from a Star Cruiser.
You see Asha
Now,
kind of like
one of these is a sink, and the other two are deep fryers. So be careful which one you use.
do you have any like crackers or like celery sticks or like little like snacks?
Oh, let me check. No, but I do have space food.
Company issued space food, to be more specific.
Yes. Now, I've heard that it tastes like, well, unsavory things. However, I think it tastes like cornbread. Not that I can taste. I haven't been equipped with a taste module.
You see Otama kind of like do the thing where they like go under the table and then climb up into the booth. And she kind of sits like cross-legged on it. She just kind of looks like, I'll
Ash
just.
does that weird like walking shuffle like between the like
Oh yeah, the like
couch and
wiggle.
like table. Yeah.
Your tail, like, almost like you're trying to figure out where to put your tail.
Oh, I have one of those too.
Everyone has a tail except Ash.
Everyone has a tail. Look, if you don't have a tail, what are you doing in this party?
Places
Yeah.
like their orange tail.
Yeah,
kind of,
you're
like,
right.
over
I
their
should just leave. Shit.
Grows a crystal tail.
Do you want a crystal tail, Ash? I can give you a crystal tail if you'd like.
I'm not having a crystal tail.
Hey, you really want, you can always just be like, yeah, I grow a tail and I'm just gonna thwack someone in the face.
I will
Like,
give you a gecko tail. Where if it gets cut off, it can be regrown using the crystals.
If I get a tail, it's gonna be cybernetic, and it's gonna be horrifying. Saber is like stomach mouth from the last campaign. That's what it's
As a
gonna be.
tail.
But
you
a
say
tail.
that, but like, tails with mouths are like such a common like OC occurrence.
Yes, in certain communities,
Yeah, I'm gonna
yes.
Yeah, I have a character like that.
Yeah.
I'm never getting a tail. You'll never get a tail.
Everyone has tails.
Everyone has
I'll
tails.
remain tail.
No,
It
you're
helps
not
with
getting tail because
balance.
you don't have
Your-
a tail.
It helps with balance.
That's what it's for.
That's why whiskers are a thing too.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know. It just sounds like it just sounds like you're
People-
unbalanced to me. It sounds like you're built bad.
People keep saying it's maws or paws, but the real answer is it's whiskers or tails.
The real answer is tails forever, and no one can fight me.
Yeah. No, I'm with you 100%, like 100,000%. It's all about the tails.
And what is Samira doing, by the way?
I was talking with Ash.
What I'm saying,
Like,
I mean, like after you get done, are you going to go to the kitchen after seeing Root and? Because I will say, Ash, you see Otama go directly to the kitchen, following the helper drone.
I thought Ash was still asking
And
me
then
a
you see
question.
follow
Yeah.
as well.
I'm wondering if you follow Otama or not.
The helper drone. The drone.
I'm gonna follow Otama.
Mhm.
Honestly, Root is probably the one that I'm least concerned about because the company already knows about, or the Empire already knows about my situation. It's everyone else that I'm concerned with.
I'm from the same company though, aren't I?
Sure, yeah.
Are you from the
We'll talk about
Empire
the leaking.
Corporation? Yeah, I'm like, are you from the Empire or are you from
Yeah, wait.
the
where,
science branch? Because that would be two different reactions, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care who owns Root.
It's
Wait,
just
Like
Empire.
as a player, I don't really care who owns Root as long as it's interesting, I guess.
Yeah, if Dargon knew controlled Root, I feel like Ash wouldn't allow them like anywhere near
Yeah,
Otama.
That
fair.
I mean that's what I was going with. I mean, I even put in my
Gotcha.
inventory that I have 260 Darganon Alani corporate credits. It, I
Okay, if it's
mean,
dark. Okay,
You
yeah,
would
if it's
not
dark.
You have
know.
the
I will
patch.
say.
You have the patch on your shoulder too.
I was gonna say, do you? Is it obvious that you're part? Because like, as far as you are concerned, Root, you are Empire. There is no subtext subheading. As long as it is Empire, it is above you. You do not designate between different like groups within the Empire. You just are Empire property. You would not put yourself under a subheading as you are sub to all.
okay. I thought I was leased to the Empire.
Least, yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
leased.
Least to
So
Empire.
basically, right now I'm following Empire orders.
Yeah. That's what your current. That's what I mean. Like that's what your current thing is. Like you are like that. You are programmed to know that this is exactly who you're under until otherwise you go back to your original person. Is what I mean. Like you are
And even
within
then,
this.
like even if I do go back to the corporation, I don't necessarily know that you're an escaped subject because that might be like classified.
It would definitely be a classified project.
That's not the kind of information that they would assign to a helper drone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That that's
So
the thing.
you're safe for now.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
Cause yeah, would I recognize Root as a company
Yes.
Dargon Alani model?
I'm wearing company merch.
Company merch. Okay, yeah.
I'm wearing company merch. I'm legit like I have the company's anti-union T-shirt,
Yeah.
and I have the jacket with the patch on the side on the shoulder that has the company logo.
Company logo. Okay, perfect. That's a little bit
There's
nerve
there's
wracking, but
there's no secrets.
no secret.
No, it's
Okay.
Like contrary to some party members, I have no secrets.
And you see a ball cap that just says "I'm with Doggin."
I'm with
I have secrets
Yeah.
for a reason. Okay, all of us have our own secrets. It's
everyone has
fine.
own secrets.
Yeah, as soon as I see Root like going into the kitchen where Otama is, I'm just gonna sort of uh subtly, not subtly, be like, "Hey, Samira, we should get a bite to eat, eh? It's getting a little late. You know, it's like 2 in the afternoon."
I mean, it's just like eyeing you a little oddly, like seeing Root walk by and then you saying that. Sure, we can head to the kitchen. I overheard Root talking to the others. See, there's
Yeah, it's the youngins. Gotta pick them up a good meal, right? Right?
sure. Look at it.
Yeah, it's just like almost gonna like sprint towards the
Right.
towards towards the kitchen.
Like thinking, like you're not really subtle about this, are you?
You reach the kitchen and you see Root putting a plate of something down before the two. You're not really too sure what it is, but it is yeah, it's a very poor meal.
Spear's just gonna wait at the door watching this.
Otama's gonna sit and wait. Just go. Oh,
More cheese, more macaroni, more cheese.
No, I can't. I have to have Rhyme check
Yeah.
it before I can eat because I'm on a very specific diet, so I can't eat certain things.
Oh, I had no idea. And then
Root turns around and then addresses what was your Ash? Addresses
Which is
Ash.
Rhyme. Rhyme is
Which is-
their name.
Okay.
Yeah, alias. Yeah.
Okay. So I know that your name is Rhyme. Is that how you introduced? Okay.
Yeah. Introduce myself as
hello, Ryan. Would you like to take a look at the menu today?
And then Root's display changes into the menu, and there's one option, and it's space food.
I'd be like,
Let me know what you have in mind.
thank you. I just need to check it over, make sure to get Otama's medicine in there.
Of
You know,
course, it's approved by the
oh,
company.
You see the nutrition label, and on the nutrition label for the food, it just says the word approved.
approved.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm going.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna pick up Otama's food and be like, all right, yeah, it'll just take a couple minutes. Don't worry, you'll be able to eat soon though. And I'm gonna take it to like the stove and stuff, and just sort of like analyze it, make sure there's any like poisons in it or anything. I do
Wow,
not
you
trust
really
anyone, of
think
course.
so poorly of my character that you think I'd poison a child. How
I do
dare!
not.
Intentionally? No. Accidentally? Definitely.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
see some
no.
you investigate. You got a 22 on your life science. So you investigate it. The food itself seems to be the balance of carbs, fats, and proteins. However, inside, like it is exactly like this is not a food that was like, oh, made. No, this is exactly the nutritional requirement that is the average of all species, where there is like no individuality to the food itself. Like it is, everything is mashed together in a perfect blend of like food. That it just seems to be like there's a bar and like a glass of water with this thing. And this bar is just like you can tell that all the parts were genetically modified to be able to fit together like one giant mishmash mash of food.
Horrifying. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say Otama's probably gonna walk over and just be like, I did also have these, and kind of opens the pack, and you can see that there are 5 common meals that are a bit higher quality, like dehydrated, like things.
like, oh thank God, we're gonna have that this uh slush.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna take one of the meals and cook them up. Or
Okay, I'll just take that one back.
I was gonna say, it's
yeah,
like, do I notice this too?
Yes, you were
I mean, yeah,
watching
I'm
all of
walking
this.
over with
They
the bag
gave
and like opening it up.
Root gave you your bar food. Yeah, you get it because it's bar food. No, they gave. They
beats the bar.
sorry. They gave you your bar food glass. It just Otama was not eating it, and they were checking in. Otherwise, your food is in front of you, glass.
You
And
don't
then
have mom checking out your food for you.
I'm just gonna take some dehydrated bacon and eat that, then the bar.
I was gonna
A
say, it's like,
mishmash.
I would look over at like Otama and like Rhyme and be like, shouldn't you save those though?
like what?
Especially if they're better quality.
I can't eat everything, so I've got 5 days worth of food here.
John diet. All right, we're not gonna eat this slush unless we have to. All right, we can always bring it aboard. We can always bring whatever food they have here to the down to whatever planet we're going on.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, I say that as I'm rustling up leg rub, and yeah, I'm gonna put like a little get a little syringe and put a little injection into the like foam meat they have going on.
It's just meatloaf. It's just
It's
straight
really
up meatloaf.
Just injects the meatloaf.
inject the meat. Yeah,
Glass just quietly starts eating.
give it to give it to Atama.
Otama starts eating the very The slightly better
Mm.
meal
Yeah.
with her medicine in it. She kind of
Samira,
always stay spicy.
I need a strength check from you, Samira, to see.
See what?
I need a strength check, and you'll see.
Okay. Like
It's
just stand at the
break.
door.
No, you need to roll strength to have vision.
You are unable to chew this bacon that you grabbed. It is so tough and dehydrated. You are pretty sure this is actually just a piece of leather, but you are unsure. It's salted. It's salted, and you would imagine it is consumable, but as you try biting it, you do not have the strength to be able to chew or even break off a piece of this.
Great, like scraping at it against with my teeth and try to like lick off anything from it.
It is a glorified salt lick.
So like I know it's like it's effectively hardtack.
Yeah,
that's what it is in meat form. Great, it couldn't even supply us a decent meal.
Glass looks over at Samira struggling and is just
and
like,
just like trying to chop on a brick of meat.
It's like Glass holds up their essentially like weird bar thing, like half of it, and it's just like, do you just want this?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
If you dip it in water, I'll give you a +2 bonus.
Here, take a glass of water from the counter, dip it in it. Do you want me to roll again then?
Roll again.
Yeah, which sink do you use?
Okay, I'm gonna look at the sinks. Which ones have like looks like they has water in it, and which ones have leftover oil in it? So I'm not touching anything until I'm looking over these sinks.
Two pours oil. 2 pours hot oil. 1 pours water.
I'll do a perception check to see which one's gonna not kill me. I rolled 2. That's 11. That's 11. I should know something.
Please roll above a 6, please.
I can't. I don't decide. I don't decide if you don't.
I don't decide.
You are unfamiliar with these like places, systems, and piping, and like you are unable to tell.
These are for water, right?
Oh no, that one's hot oil.
Which one of these is water then?
Oh, it's the one on the left. Other left.
Put my hand over them. This one? I'm just going down the line.
No, that one is hot oil.
Okay, goes to the next one.
That one is also hot oil.
Okay, so it's this last one.
That one is water.
Okay, grab a cup and fill it with water, and then and dump it. I don't want to die to burning myself with hot oil.
Give me another strength check.
Diluted hot oil.
Give me another strength check. +2.
Hot oil.
You are finally able to consume food. You've rolled successfully enough to consume food.
Oh
my god, thank god.
I love tabletop gaming.
I love tabletop gaming too.
After you realize that this food was actually meant to be in water all along, and you just tried biting something that was meant to be in water, but the second you put it in water, it just instantly almost puffs up a little bit. The bacon has a spongier texture than what you would expect, but at least it is chewable.
Like kosher bacon.
Yeah. You realize it was actually tofu bacon all along?
It was tofu bacon.
Tofu bacon.
Great.
I mean, I did offer you half of my weird bar.
That is a brick. It looks like minced up granola combined with various dried meats.
It does have animal
great
fat
at
in
eating
it.
a kid's cuisine in the corner.
I cannot even tell you what animal that comes from.
So in order to get in order to get the proper nutrients, you would just looking at this, you would know that it was basically like instead of having water, it was basically using animal fat to actually keep the like really just boiled down animal fat to keep the food itself to have a high fat content, and the protein itself is just a mixture of like various minced and dried tack all combined with a starchy carb layer.
Mhm.
All
Sounds
the things the body
horrible.
needs.
It is the perfect nutritional meal. After
Is it-
after 100,000 years of evolution, they finally invented the perfect nutritional snack, and
What
no
I
one was
posted,
happier for it.
what I posted in
Everyone
the
hated
chat
it.
is what I think of whenever you talk about food bar. The perfect food bar.
A perfect food bar.
Food bar 8 point.
It is the perfect food bar. It just has like it just has like the slogan. Even food is compliant where we're from.
Compliant foods for your needs.
Food.
Mm.
Leshy approved.
Mm.
Fuck shit, food.
So
Should not be watching food.
she's gonna point at the yin. So glass owl, correct? Since why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself here, since we're gonna be working with each other for a time at least.
They look to you and just like they kind of just shyly like put down their muzzle a little bit as they're unsure. Like everyone else in the room is just kind of like being there and present, and they're just a little bit unsure of like speaking up as you kind of see them tug gently at like the collar on their neck, a little bit of nervousness.
I see,
Uh,
Steve. I didn't see the last message of Saber leaving.
Saber, I see you have left. Can you please describe your actions?
Please
Nice,
describe
okay.
yourself. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna turn to Root and be like, uh, so, what's a model like you doing this far out west?
Oh, you think they're a model?
Yeah, good little model.
I think he's give him a second.
Oh.
Hey, Aspen, you there?
Oh, sorry. I had to step away for like a second.
Oh.
You were directed at as well.
The exact second.
Hey, Saber, want to talk? No. Hey,
How are you
hey,
doing?
Pocket, you there? No.
What? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Fill me in.
They literally
Yeah,
just
no,
asked.
so as
They're asking.
turn around and is like, yeah, what's a model like you doing this far west? This far from company ground.
I have no idea. I was just assigned to this job.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
What were you signed for?
Well,
I was a starship scrapper.
Damn, this far out. I guess they're needing. I guess they're always needing scrap. That's true.
Oh no, there's just an abundance of scrap, and somebody has to make monetary gain from it.
I
It's an untapped resource otherwise.
you gotta always be making money. I don't know where it is.
So,
Root leans in close, and then because he knows that there's no cameras on this ship, he's like,
between you and me, I put this ship together just from the scrap that I found on the side. But I
Just
guess that the company found out and assigned me to this job.
just from the stuff on the side, and yeah, I was gonna like glance around, like without supervision.
Root smiles.
Like a dastardly little devil, aren't you?
Not gonna lie, I like the idea that Root just says that he smiles.
Root smiles.
I accidentally turned on the voice mod.
Oh, I know, but I like the idea. It makes it funnier.
It makes
Welcome back, Saber.
great smiles.
Smile.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to break the immersion or anything. I have to order pizza.
Hell yeah.
This is why I don't
No, you
have
good.
breaks in my game, because you guys would just take breaks. Y'all would just take breaks without even saying
I got
anything.
food. It's not my fault. I said
Yeah.
BRB.
You get randomly distracted.
Yeah, this is why I would let them have a break, but y'all just randomly take breaks anyways halfway through.
I had to unload a welder. I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. I apologize. That was rude of me.
Apologize to stream.
Twitch. All right. No, Zerda just told me to apologize to stream, and you guys are laughing and making jokes. All right, Twitch. Look, I understand. I fucked up. My
Apologize to
attention.
YouTube too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Also to YouTube as well.
Okay. YouTube and Twitch. All right. Now you're okay. All right. I'm up for this. I'm a good person. I recognize when I make mistakes, and I have erred. I've made a mistake. I was busy ordering pizza with my partner when I was supposed to be committed, absolutely 100% dedicated to the craft of tabletop role playing, and I stop rolling my bluff.
Chat, he's lying. He's lying to us. Lying to you, chat. He doesn't feel bad at all for what he's done.
Yeah.
Child runs away.
now I can't. How am I going to finish my apology now? It's going to feel wrong. You just threw off the vibe.
It feels wrong. That's a good representation of how this game's going. The vibe is wrong. That's
The
okay.
vibe is no. The vibe is wrong when people don't role play. The vibe here is good.
The vibe is very good. You also it's like it's the you do describe that. And I will say, like I said, you do have a singular night in the ship, and then in the morning you will reach that. So there will be one night transition to sleeping. If anyone would like to transition to that scene as well.
Yeah. I lost connection. I'm trying to rejoin right now.
Just leave it at the bottom.
Root just kind of curls up into the like Root transforms into a small fox protogen and just curls up in the captain's chair.
Samir's gonna like look through the rooms, the one that are like available to go in, and see which one's like looks the nicest.
Glass is going to like essentially sleep in the kitchen, but he's they're going to like they're going to try not to sleep, but they end up falling asleep anyway.
So I will say this: the map doesn't represent it as much, but all of the rooms are like 10 feet by 15 feet, and they're destitute. They have a bed in them and not much else. There is no nice room.
Is there any nice place on your ship, out of curiosity?
No.
The captain's chair. He personally, like, the only thing he financed was the captain's chair just to feel special.
And that's where you're sleeping?
Yep.
The only nice thing in the whole place was a chair that he was given as a gift for his compliance. A singular chair.
The company looked the other way and let me keep this.
Hey, I think I saw there was like some electrical wiring that was falling apart near the back of the ship. Can you take a look at that?
Oh yeah, can you log that for me? I need to do maintenance on that.
Sure. Can you just check it out real quick? I just don't want to make sure there's no fire starts on the ship. That'd be horrible.
Again.
Okay, I'll go check that out right away.
Root
Should
goes yep.
Yeah, she's
goes to. Yeah. So as far as your like Root kind of like contemplated that for a second, and then like a little light went off, like a little like a little tiny dot, right,
mm-hmm,
on their HUD went like lit up,
mm-hmm,
and then Root immediately complied.
You see, like
And then
you just see like the everything's fine sign. There seems to be like a missing blank, and like the Velcro falls
Mhm.
off of it, and the knot shows up. Everything is now. It's everything is not fine sign.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So while your guy, you see, Smears just go put their sleeping bag like on the seat, and they just like go onto it to fall asleep.
you bastard took advantage of me.
Obviously.
Always and forever.
We
Let
can
me
sleep anywhere.
give me a D20 route.
Sure.
If the ship was actually had an issue, there actually was. You just expected at this point there actually was a problem with the system. You just assume that it was, and it was. It actually was.
Yeah, I assume it was an issue. Seen to this shit.
It's,
I mean, there are loose wires that I'm aware of that don't go anywhere yet,
Mhm.
and then there's some loose live wires too that I am aware of and I haven't done anything about yet.
That's for later fixing.
Yep. You imagine if I haven't actually finished this ship before the company found out about it and assigned me to this job.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Mhm.
And
And
then
what?
Root will come back, see that you're in his chair,
Mhm.
and will be like, "Wait a minute,
Wait a minute, that's my chair.
Ah, I'm sorry. Though you know, it's very much a custom that when you allow another person into your home to offer a guest the most luxurious seat, especially a royal as myself, I will
I
bluff.
am not aware of any customs.
I will roll bluff to see if I get away with this. It didn't roll.
That'd be it'd be your perception modifier, so you would actually be an 18 too. You'd be both be 18s.
Do we just roll against each other again then?
No, it's actually a sense motive.
Is that lower then?
Yeah, my sense motive is 0.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
To show up, I'm lying.
That's why I rolled the d20 in the first place, because I don't actually have sense motive.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sense motive is a +0.
Yeah.
So you believe I'm telling the truth then?
Now, whether they decide to obey that custom is a different story, but they do believe at least that is a custom. It is a reasonable. It is a reasonable custom to have.
I will accommodate your customs for now."
Thank you.
And then Root walks out and picks a spot in engineering to go to sleep in. The whir of the engines is what puts Root to sleep.
As you do, you see you see a
Actually-
few technicians and stuff. You see a few people that is like they were assigned to this mission too. So they're trying to like figure out how to like help the ship, but they are so like even there was like a certified engineer on this ship, and they have no idea how to even begin to help.
Nice. That's exactly what I would want.
Also, I decided instead of sleeping in the kitchen, they just full on take one of the bathrooms.
Huh.
They just fall asleep in the bathroom.
And what about Ash and Otama?
I think they're gonna be in the same room probably, and
In the same
Otama is just
bed.
curled up as small as possible.
Are you both in the same bed, or?
That is an Ash. Let me guess, Ash is in here at the moment because they're transitioning over to their work computer. We're gonna say yes.
You are both. Even though there's
Sorry, I was
only
muted.
4 rooms on the. Oh, go ahead, Dash.
Yeah, no, I would be in the same bed, but Ash is gonna be like trying to stay awake throughout the night and just sort of like watching the door throughout all the night.
I will let you do that, but do you consent to having 1 fatigue?
Yes,
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
So at this point, the lights begin to dim a little bit, and then you hear over the intercom.
At this time, in accordance with most sentient life forms' circadian rhythms, we will be dimming the lights to simulate night time.
Because in space, there's always a sun somewhere visible in freaking space.
Yeah.
I thought that was the engines going again.
No, so at this point the lights kind of dim, but they don't go out, and they're not flickering either. So there's actually a functioning circadian rhythm in this ship.
Fancy. They installed circadian rhythm before
The
they
circadian rhythm, yeah, right?
but they installed.
It
circadian
probably
rhythm
came. It
so
was
wide.
probably leftover code from one of the other computers that was just ripped out of some cruiser somewhere.
Every comfort function is taken from something else.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Sounds alright.
Yep, that's how it works.
I'm in your town.
How are you guys liking the voice mod? Is that
Dude, I
working?
love it.
It's
great.
working. I was surprised you got a
Yeah.
voice mod for your character, but I really do like it.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. I'm surprised at first, and I was like, "Damn, all right, going hard."
Man.
Yeah, it's like at
Oh,
first
man.
it sounded wonky, and then after a while, it's just like, ah, that sounds normal. Okay.
That's his robo voice.
We love it.
And yeah, with that, you're not really too sure how exactly the day and night cycle works whenever you're on a spaceship in space. But there is at least there has been enough technology over the years to invent a solar sun hour, a universal solar hour. It is basically just based off of the Empire's home planet. And so every single, if you were to go to maybe a different empire, it would be different. But as long as you're under the empire's, influence, you will be using the universal solar hour. So while you may be on a planet and their days may only be like 12 hours or 36 hours, it will always read whenever you look at time. It will always read on your devices under the universal solar hour. So it may be like 12 a.m. in middle of the day one day, and then 12 a.m. middle of the night the other day. So basically one consistent clock that everyone goes off of, but the planets do not align with that.
It's the Kagawawi standard hour.
Yeah.
Always.
Dude, that's
Kagawa-
advanced.
Why am I struggling to say this word?
The Kegawa.
The Kagawa, yeah.
It's the
I'm
Kegawa
struggling
Empire.
Yeah, I'm struggling to say that word, man.
Be
Seeing
glad
how
I
that
didn't make it the
language
Kegawa.
Kagawo. I can say that though. The Kagawo.
language has.
Can we
language is
not?
working. What was wrong, dude?
Aren't you
You don't
glad
like
you
a
let
woman?
me into the group?
The Kegawa Empire.
You don't have a PNG yet. I could kick you out of this.
Oh no!
They're the true owners.
It's
Uh,
true.
I will
Big if
say,
true.
Ash, you notice like several. Do you keep your door closed or open?
Closed, definitely.
Everyone else, do you keep the door closed or open whenever you sleep?
Okay, I have to keep a door closed.
engineering is a restricted
I'm also
compartment.
sleeping in a bathroom.
I'm assuming. Poggers, did you shut this door or not? No question.
Yeah, that door is shut too.
Right.
If anything, the door might be slightly cracked, but that's it.
You see the goblin come over to you, Samira, and it's like, "Hey, you're on my chair."
Well, this chair was for Root since he was the captain of the ship. But he
Yeah, but
offered me
we're
his
and
boat.
he kind of looks at you. Yeah, but we've been on a mission before, and I want to be on that chair. I'm technically higher ranked than you.
That's too bad. Oops. Well, I'm already sleeping in the chair, and you rudely woke me up.
They will just, seeing as you're a small kobold, even though they're a goblin, they're still bigger than you. They're just gonna roll to pick you up. Well, it'd be I will give you
Acrobatics.
No, reflex.
Just reflex, okay.
We have reflex save to see if you can avoid being picked up. As you kind of like go in, like they're trying to like snatch at you, and you're just kind of like wiggling around. They're not able to actually pick you up.
Just like roll. First, do not touch me. Second, I don't know who you think you are, but I'm a royal. I will not let some common pilot.
A royal pain in
man.
my eyes. As he just looks at you.
Yeah.
Get back to the commons.
Let me go back to flying the ship and let me sleep.
He kind of says,
Can I roll to
I will fly
intimidate?
the ship if you don't give me that. If you don't give me that sheet, that seat, I'm not flying the ship.
Can I intimidate him when I say that? By the way,
go ahead.
Rolling. Oh shit!
You rolled it 5. You rolled nothing but 5s and 6s.
Do we have hero points?
Higher.
Oh, he rolled. He rolled
go.
lower.
He
Good.
also rolled a 5. Says, fine. I guess I'll be on over here. Keep that seat, you scaly lizard. Just insults you and walks back to the seat.
They're gonna go back to sleep then.
Did this look like a scuffle? Like, was there like a bunch of boys?
The goblin seems to be. He was a little bit loud. You might not. If you were asleep, you wouldn't have heard it from your room, but you do hear like some people arguing outside your door.
Gotcha. Yeah, as is gonna unfold her laser rifle and just aim it at the door. That's it.
Does Rude check in on everyone as everyone's asleep?
All right, so I have a question. Yeah, what was my question?
That's a good question. I don't know if I can answer that one.
That's the greatest question.
All right.
What was I gonna ask? That's a good question.
Oh man, I had my question like a minute ago and then I lost it.
And in the meantime, does Root go in and check?
Go from there.
Yeah.
So Root does not. Root is gonna sleep for his 8 hours and then and rely on the company's pilot to fly the ship. So I will say that most of engineering is probably depressurized, and there's a makeshift airlock in between here and there. Oh, my question was, do protogens breathe?
No.
Okay, so I'm not bothered by the lack of pressure or air.
I don't think they need to.
No, they are fluffy robots essentially.
Okay, I still need to eat apparently because it's in the protogen lore, but I don't need to breathe. So yeah, so there's no air here in engineering.
It does feel very cold. It's without air. It does feel very chilled. But outside of that, it's just it is a constant. It's like chilling. It's like sleeping in like a freezer.
Kind of nice, actually, with a fur coat.
You like the Arctic fox that just like curls
Yeah.
up in snow.
That's right. It's insulation.
It's insulation to keep you from overheating.
Nope. All
Any
those
rent-
interpersonal problems that the crew's having right now, under my leadership, they're absolutely having that, and I have confidence in my crew. I
Yeah,
see
not
no
your
reason
problem.
why I see no reason why I would need to check on them in the middle of the night while they're sleeping.
Of course, we're all reasonable crew.
I mean, where are they gonna
Every-
go? Leave?
I mean, yeah, that's just a given. The company doesn't put you in a position where you can just leave.
What are you gonna do? Leave the ship?
Leave the floating death box? I don't think so.
Out into death space.
Not regular space. No.
Oh, and I
This is
finally get
death.
to go to. Oh, I probably should have grabbed everyone's tokens first.
Wow.
I don't own any token with vision in this scene.
It's
I've
Oh.
never had
Ozzy.
vision.
Ozzy, no.
No. Wait a second.
Get him out.
Ozzy.
Ozzy
Ozzy
just you just see a floating
visions
slime.
of betrayal.
Visions of betrayal.
And just crack
Visions of betrayal.
fly past us.
Oh, I was supposed to
Visions
order
of cake. Those are the good times.
Let's see, I
There
think
we
everyone
Thinking
might be
Ozzy has got-
slightly moved over. Everyone's
Is everyone?
slightly off place, but there we go.
ever so slightly.
This planet looks like an egg.
Egg.
Like,
How did you know? It was secretly Egg Planet. It was Eggman's home territory, Egg Planet.
Where's the real question is where's the yolk?
inside of
The
it.
man.
It's a delicacy.
Crap.
Oh, it's cracked the planet-sized egg.
Yeah, instead of like lava and all the other good stuff in like Earth, it's just yolk.
It's just yum.
I think I got rid of the wall. Yeah, I got rid of the walls in this map. Okay, good.
There's like instead of oil pipes, there's like yolk pipes.
You
all over.
all eventually after waking up and after a night of endless abyss of space, you begin to you begin. Yeah. Everyone roll me a d20 for nightmares.
So like when you roll for me,
Yeah.
Or nightmares, damn.
Finally,
Sorry, I
some-
by default have nightmares. It's my fault.
You got a 10. Root, Glass, and Ash experience unpleasant dreams. Not full on nightmares, but maybe it's just that as Otama sleeps very peacefully in the room, you just have you almost just see, like, especially you specifically, Ash, as you're not really sleeping. But the lack of sleep does cause, like, slight hallucinations. Not enough to, like, make you start shooting at the air, but, like, you see, like, visions of dancing lights, and you're not sure if that is Otama, like, casting spells in their sleep by mistake, or if it's actually, like, it's just your own vision. You are unsure, but sleeping this close to a magical being does cause, like, slight vision weirdness.
yeah, I'm sort of like, yeah, like the gun's fully on the door, but my eyes are like flicking wildly between like the corners of the room, whatever like vents are in there, the door, seeing like just like the vaguest of shadows, but like they're weird shadows where they're like colored, so it's like a red shadow. Strange.
And Root, is you sleeping, like, you're just going over, like, what exactly does the dream look like of a protogen? Unpleasant dream of a protogen.
So this is an uncomfortable meeting with my supervisor regarding why I haven't kept up with performance metrics or met our core competencies, and they're not able to give me the raise that they wanted to give me. So I'm stuck at at
What
the
tier?
at whatever pay rate that I have. They're not able to advance me to the next pay tier. And the manager it's not a nightmare, so they're not like ripping into me, but they're like, oh well, we really wanted to give you this raise, but your attendance or your performance or this or that really prevented us from doing that this year, so here we're going to put you on a performance improvement plan.
They also pull up. They also pull up. They kind of pull up a monitor, and they go. They also like in the middle of all this, in this middle of this like dream, they just pull up like your search history as well. That as they kind of have like you plugged into the system, and they just pull up your search history while you were like working for them.
Oh no, Pixel, I thought you had that.
And yeah, what exactly is going on with the knoll, which you just called a hyena? Saber, that is you.
Saber.
Sorry, my
Mike
mic
was
was
muted.
muted. Shut up.
Every time.
That I also zoned out. But yeah. I was just waiting. I'm describing what happened in my dreams, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. So the biggest thing is that Glass is having they're nightmares, but they're more or less just reliving anything that was bad that happened within the past 2 to 3 years to now, and just reliving every bit of it again.
And it's
And they
like
will wake up in a really cold sweat.
and like I said, Otama and Samira seem to be peacefully slumbering. Is there any good things that happen, or is it just void all throughout the night?
I think Otama probably just imagines eating more chicken nuggets.
Nuggets.
Delicious
Nuggets.
nuggets.
The perfect food.
If nuggets are shaped like things, would they still be dino nuggets, or would they be random, like, species?
It seems like
you could definitely have starfish nuggets.
it seems like only one of the other crew members seem to have had a bad sleep, as the others just dream in perfect bliss. As you just hear like a goblin kicking around in the command center, talking in their sleep. Hey, I'm supposed to be here. Hey, that's my seat. Hey, that's mine. It's like they're just dreaming of like everyone taking things from them because they're small.
Samir would.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm walking. Samir wouldn't dream of
I'm
anything
trying
tonight.
to dream over here. What's it to ya?
Also, Rude, I love how you just immediately just roll one single digit higher than me.
You're right. I did. I'm glad you noticed.
It works spectacularly.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning. You seem to be approaching the planet almost before even food starts. As well, the planet doesn't really care about your time scaling. You begin to arrive to the planet.
Okay,
Go ahead.
before we get to the planet, I want to, as like people are starting to like wake up and stuff, I want to go to, I'm gonna go to Root, and I want
Okay.
to.
So
They were in a
as you approach Route, the ship gets even more harrowing. So it gets darker, the lights dimmer. When there's lights at all, uh, certain lights are just missing or haven't been installed yet, and then you approach this what you can describe as a makeshift airlock.
Makeshift airlock. Okay.
A makeshift airlock.
Is
Like
there?
you open a door and then immediately there's another door behind it, and you just know this is an airlock. It's a really shoddily designed one, but this is an airlock.
It's just shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, it's getting colder, and I get the feeling that there is pretty much just space out there. So I'm going to look for any space protection.
You if are you wearing armor?
Yeah, I'm wearing.
Okay, so your armor actually comes with space protection.
Yeah.
You just have to you have to make sure your mask is on. Like your armor comes with like a helmet and whatnot. Whether it's some cool Guardians of the Galaxy style, like it just encapsulates your face or whatever.
Yeah, I think it would be like that sort of like rebreather mask looking thing, and then it would have like just like a visor that
Yeah.
that comes down, and yeah, they're gonna open the first airlock door, close it, take like a deep breath, and just sort of like tap on like the walls or whatever to like sort of drum up confidence, and open the second door into Root's room. Uh, what do I see in there?
All right, so the hall is
very dark. But it
Oh.
splits into two ways. You can go left or you can go right.
I'm gonna go right.
All right. You go. Oh no. I said I'm sorry. Let me translate that. I said hall, which in New York means hall.
Hall. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a hall.
All right. So you go
Wander
right.
around through the
So
hall.
you go down about like 10 feet, and then the corridor twists to the left 90 degrees.
Spooky and harrowing. All right. Yep. Take that left. Go around.
There's now a pulsing light in the corridor, and
What is this place?
so there's a door to the left, and then there are two doors to the right. Further down the corridor, there are you can see that the corridor ends, and it looks like there's like a cross intersection there, like a T crossing. So there's three doors right now.
Oh my god. What? You just designed a maze back here. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna go through the door on the left.
All right, you go through the door on the left, and there's just all of these loose computer components, and just piled on the floor.
Is Root one of them?
No, Root's not in here.
Wrong door. Turns around, and I'm gonna go through the door. Go back and go through the door on the right.
Okay, so you go through the door on the right, you pick one of them, and then you can immediately see all of the electrical components for a fusion engine or some kind of ion engine.
That is concerning, but not concerning
There
enough for right now.
there is very clearly a thruster installed here, because you have a high enough engineering that you would be able to determine that, I think, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I've done ships and stuff, and yeah, basic design.
You wind up going in like a complete U-turn, you go past these whirring engines, right?
Yeah.
These engines are almost deafening, and you can almost detect that there's like a hull leak somewhere actually that Root hasn't found yet.
Oh my god. This is a fucking nightmare.
There's actual sound. There shouldn't be sound, but there is. I should have said there's no sound, but
No, I have
can
vibration sense.
yeah.
I
So
could
you
detect
go right past the engines. You make another turn, and then you're able to actually find what's labeled as engineering, and then
Okay.
Root will be in there with a ginormous engine, just kind of sleeping next to the control console.
Mother?
Okay, I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna see him sleeping and I'm gonna like it, so he's still sleeping. I'm gonna go up to
shake
him.
the baby.
I'm not going to shake the baby. I am going to quietly look around Route and look for a like access port of some kind.
An access port. Okay, so the only
Sorry, the only access port that you see is the one that is immediately in front of Root. So there's like a blinking, flashing light on it, but the display terminal is completely dark.
Oh, okay. Just to be clear, I'm looking for an
Also, the screen is cracked.
just to be clear, I'm looking for an access port to Root himself.
Oh, you're looking for an access port to Root. Okay.
Yeah.
This I don't think that I can tell you. I think that Zerda has to tell you that.
Yeah, you can keep describing your ship. You're the one building this ship.
Well, he's trying to hack me now.
I'm trying to
yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, I think he's trying to hack into Root.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me that computer check.
Alright.
And I'll give you a fortitude save.
So, Zerda, can you go into my modifiers and click the basic booster that gives a +2 to all skill checks?
Yeah, I'll add a +2 to it.
Okay. And then, yeah, roll the computer.
And I'll just say that there is +2. And then I was gonna say there's a +2. You want a nat 1.
God damn it.
I was gonna add a +2, but you want a nat 1.
What was the number?
You find like what do they find on you, Root, that they think is an access port?
Zerda, I'm going to leave this to your imagination. I don't think that Zerda, back to you. What do you think that they find?
Just give me a fortitude. This is a nat 1. I'm just curious. They try to find your access port while you're asleep, but you were curled up, and your secret access port is actually completely hidden. They just found your charging cable, and they thought it was an access port.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug into it.
It is firmly in the rear.
Just gonna shake her head and plug in our cable.
Oh, that is not an access port. Whoa! That is not an access port. That is a private port. That is an unlifted port.
What's the port? I'm gonna like gank the cord out. Be like,
Yeah.
Hey.
Don't do that again. What are you doing? Whoa! What
Hey,
were you even trying to accomplish? That is not up to code. Not procedurally sound, not up to protocol.
oh, sorry. I was just doing some, routine, routine
Yeah.
maintenance stuff.
Routine. You are not an authorized technician. You should not be performing. I think that I need to assign you to some additional training. In fact, I think I will. You will be assigned to some additional training regarding the etiquette and protocols in interacting with Protogen.
You've been
Yeah.
assigned a 20-hour mandatory module in order to go on your next mission. You have now been assigned a mandatory 20-hour module, and it has one of those buttons where like it has like the skip button, but it only lights up after the video is complete.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
No.
And whenever you try to move the slider to the end of the video, it resets the video to the start of the video.
Like, I hate this 20-hour long video. Oh god, like, okay.
It is now on your to-do list on your module compliance.
Just, like, wipe a single bead of sweat off my brow. Like, okay, I'm gonna leave.
And you know exactly the kind of compliance modules that the compliance training modules that Root is referring to, because you're in the same corporation.
Yeah, I know. I've had to take this test before. I'm just gonna go back to my room, sit down, and do it. Like, oh god, okay.
Might as well get
open up
this
my phone.
started.
Open up my phone, just sort of like press play on the video, put it in the corner.
There's also like a multiple choice questions at the end, but they're so fucking obvious.
But
Yeah.
It just makes you push the button.
It also has on the front, it uses your issued compliance phone to have a scanner to look for eye motion, so if you look away from the video, it pauses.
God damn it. So yeah, as soon as I like set it down, it pauses. I'm like, oh, it's one of these. I just pick it up, I look at it.
I love that I
Like,
can just do that.
You are technically in charge.
I hate this so much. I'm just sitting there staring. Yep, that's
And,
it. Like that's for the next the next day.
So yeah, you arrive. Anyone else want to do stuff before the planet arrives? This is
Wake
your
up.
last call.
Wake up, walk around. That's pretty much it. Chills.
I mean, Glass is still in the bathroom. Just on the floor.
Wake up,
Always at the
clean
bathroom.
glasses.
Stretch.
Little sign says occupied all night.
All you hear is just nervous laughter from behind the door.
Great.
Wait, that's so ominous.
Never stop.
You
They
get
laugh when they're nervous, okay?
And they're always nervous.
This shit
You're-
just makes them nervous.
yeah, you arrive, and it is a deserty planet, a very, very desert-like planet. As you try to find a good point of entry where it mentions like you do have a point of entrance on where you should like come into the planet. As you begin to take down this ship into orbital what is it?
Into orbit.
Into orbit.
Into
It seems to
atmosphere.
be into atmosphere. There seems to be almost like a sandstorm that seems to be accruing, and you all are trying to find your way to the designated drop-off point where you would assume that everything would be like where you were supposed to go. Except it is extremely sandy. Do you decide to what do you decide to do, Root?
All right. So I haven't landed in. I've landed in atmosphere one
I haven't
time.
landed once.
I've landed the ship in atmosphere exactly one time, and that was the last planet we were at. So I haven't landed in a sandstorm before. So we're gonna try to do that now. Root's gonna kick Samira out of his seat, out of their seat, so that they can fly.
You headbutt
And-
them, and they just fall down to the floor.
Just-
They were still
Oh.
asleep.
I should probably mention that I'm in full proto-gen form now.
Let me go ahead and watch that switch.
Whee! Sweet. All right, and
Gen.
then over the intercom you hear.
All hands, brace for landing. If you're not buckled in, why aren't you?
Shit. Yeah.
And
Frantically buckles in.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Zerta,
Zerta, thank you. Thank you for letting me have so much leeway with the ship. I'm having a great time scaring the shit
Yeah.
out of everybody.
Most horrifying thing I've ever
And
heard.
Most
you,
horrifying.
I need you. Who all is seeing out a window right now?
I have maybe a window.
You're in the. I would hope that the front of the ship has a window.
Maybe a window.
I would hope the navigation center has a window to the outside.
I think Otama's just strapped in whatever is the like safest,
Are you all-
putting that in air quotes, corner.
Would you all like to be in the front of the ship where the
Oh, there's
You
no
actually see the
oxygen
landing?
in the
There are
bag.
windows in the
Yep.
living area and the helm.
I'm about.
Yeah, so probably we're all in the helm.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
unless
Well,
someone
it's
gets
either the
glass, they are
living,
staying in the
like
bathroom.
there's like a general living area that's not represented on this ship, but there is a there's
curious.
windows in the living area
On
and the
the-
helm.
On the actual ship, are there even bathrooms?
There will be.
Okay.
is there windows
it to
on
where
the
You've just been in a
bathroom?
supply
Make it
closet with
where I
a
have been
bucket.
Make it to where I've been occupying the only fucking bathroom.
Okay, I will do that.
There's also a window in the bathroom for some reason. Like I don't even know why there's like a window that like
It's
covers like the
tiny- a
majority of
tiny
the back
little-
wall.
That's normal. Just I don't think in a spaceship that would be normal.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's not supposed to be normal, but there was at least half of the entire back window, like half the entire back wall is just a window to the outside of space.
So you have
Otama
a
definitely watched her poop like go floating away, like
It's just a minute, like the toilet's just a miniature airlock.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I hate that. It's horrible. This whole place is an OSHA violation.
No, as
it's
long
all
as
a
everything's functioning. You
What's
begin
the
to
definition of functioning?
yeah, it's functioning. There may or may not have been something that it's just a port to the outside of the ship through the bathroom. What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen?
You
Exactly.
begin to fly closer to the as you're trying to fly, trying to find the landing port. Everyone who can see out a window, give me a perception check.
Does that mean my eyes are open?
Yes, if you are looking out a window, I need you to give me a perception check.
It's not.
I-
It was.
That is accurate for Otama, just having her eyes closed.
Yep,
You make one for me,
Root.
Why am I the
You-
highest roller? I have no wisdom.
Okay, I have no wisdom too.
Why do I have the highest bonus?
I have the highest bonus. I just suffer because I roll like shit.
I mean, I have a +8.
A plus
yeah.
9.
They have a +4 and they rolled the highest.
I
Roll the
got
high.
a 0.
Let me actually roll for Ash as well. Let me give him the
Yeah.
perception check.
Yeah, no, I cannot. roll.
27.
Hey yo.
Are you in a dorm right
Are,
now?
yeah, are you watching out the window, Ash? Though.
No, they're with us because they would have
Yeah.
had to have strapped
Yeah,
my
I
ass
know.
in.
Strap.
True.
The only reason I rolled
strap.
is because you could, like you said, there is a big ass window in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Ash, you were the only one able to see out far enough as there was a sandstorm. Like the whole there was like a clear it is like a fog cloud of sand that has been like around you guys. You see, as you were trying to find a good landing, you were flying extremely low to the ground, trying to find the place to land. You're not exactly going the fastest in the world. As you're trying to lowly hover onto the planet, you see motion outside, Ash. Not just motion something like somebody's walking on the surface. No, you see motion outside the ship, and it looks as if a hulking, large, gargantuan mass of something is moving, as if it is like a dolphin coming out of the water and going back in. It is doing that with the sand itself.
Oh my god, I gotta scream the roof. Pull up! Pull up, there's a fucking creature down there!
Oh yeah, there's
There are many creatures down there. Let's try not to hit them.
No, that thing will eat our ship 100%. Pull up.
There's not many creatures that eat ships.
Yeah, and
As you
there's not many ships like this one.
as you were arguing, that giant creature seems to go underneath the sand, Ash, and it seems to be, as you begin to argue, you notice that there is no motion outside whatsoever.
Oh god, is there a place with not sand? And with that we can land?
You are flying very low to the ground as you are trying to find it, and you, in the very off distance, see what looks to be like a small pad for landing in the middle of a desert.
Okay, there's
Good. They even have a landing pad.
the landing pad. I mean, I guess it's better than just the bare sand. So, yeah, what's as good a place as any, or better than any.
Root will put down the ship on the landing pad.
You will attempt to put the ship down on the landing pad. As you move, as you try to move your ship in the way to get to the landing pad, just before you get to the landing pad, you just see. Oh, you said you're leaving, Pete? Oh, what did you say, Root?
I'm sorry. I was supposed to be muted, but that's our delivery. Yeah, the dog's barking.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
You all see as you kind of finally see the entire ship on the outside just suddenly seems to go dark as a giant gargantuan worm comes out from the sand and consumes your ship, causing you to crash your ship into the inside of this worm, causing all of you to get hit and get knocked unconscious.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
That is where we will end the session. You have been consumed by giant worm.
Yay!
We got
I
worm.
don't like it here.
Worms.
Welcome to
We got
Doom.
wormed.
The
We got
space.
wormed.
The word. I hate being wormed. I hate this. Why? Why you gotta do this like this immediately?
Why you gotta ask us before we go through this? Yeah, do you like worms? And it's like, oh,
Why you gotta do
I
this like
see.
this?
It's even worse because Zerda was like, I don't know if I can say this or not, but you know, Zerda was like, hey, you like that ship, right? How long did it take you to make it? Because Zerda was like, I don't know if I can say this or not.
Wow.
You're like, About
like
2
that
months.
ship, right? No, I said years.